So first question, I guess it's clear, right? The one which I gave over here, this is pretty much clear, right? So I'll explain it again, no problem. So suppose you want to find it across 1 and 2, so 1 and 2 के across में you connected a 100 volt battery. So this 2 became at 0 potential and this 1 became at 100 potential, right? Then can you see two different paths? If I want to go from 1 to 2, I can follow the path 142 and I can follow the path 132. Since the paths were identical, hence in these two paths the current will divide equally. So can you see I1 I1 and here it will be I2, right? So I2 current will come over here and I1 I1 current will go over there. So what will happen now? This point and this point will become equal potential because of symmetry. So you can remove this resistor, which is that if you remove this resistor, so it will be like only 142 is left, 132 is left, and 12 is left. So can you see that this will be removed, right? 43 will be removed. So it will be 2R, 2R, and R in parallel with each other. So that's why 1 by R is basically this, and hence the answer is this. Now the next part of the question is we need to find out the equivalent resistance across OP. How will we start with this particular thing? We'll name this as, let's say, what shall I name it? Let's name it 0 and let's name this as 100, right? First of all, here the resistance per unit length is given how much?
R.
R. So resistance of this circular part will be how much? What is the length of this part? If the radius is A, radius is capital R. If the radius is capital R,
Pi
then
by
what?
2 times R.
The length is pi by 2 times of R, right? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? So what will be the resistance of this part? Let's say the resistance is R1, which is pi by 2 times of R multiplied by this resistance per unit length. So can you see length multiplied by resistance per unit length will be resistance? Yes?
Sir,
Yeah.
so how is that length pi by 2R
Beta, what
again?
is the length of the whole circle circumference? 2 pi r
2 pi R, yeah.
divided the 1/4 portion. So 2 pi r divided by 4.
Okay.
है ना?
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay. And this is the resistance. What is the resistance of this straight part? The length of this is r. So what is the resistance of this part? It will be equal to r into smaller. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
First thing first. Tell me this particular thing. This is 0. This is 100. Can you see? If I want to go from 0, 100 to 0, which path shall I follow? I can follow this circular path.
No.
No, not C.
Hello. So I can follow this, path from P to A to O. Is this first path? I told you not
Yeah.
choose the shortest possible path. I can go from P to A to O. I can go from P to B to O. I can go from P to C to O. I can go from P to D to O. All these
P to D2.
are all these identical paths?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
If all of
yes,
them are
sir.
identical, then by symmetry, can I say this is X, this is also X, this is also X, and this is also X?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Yes or no? If I by symmetry, I can say this all are X. So can you see this circle which is lying on the flat part? Those resistance which are lying on between X and X will be removed. So what will be the only thing which will be left? The only thing which will be left will be this.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? So
Yes, sir.
can you see this P to X and then this is in series? Yes or no? The straight part and the circular part are in series. R1 and R2 are in series. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And how many such pairs of R1 and R2 are in parallel?
So why R1 and R2 are in series?
Because can you see whatever current will go from here, it will pass through the same thing and reach to.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So R1 and R2 are in series. So do you need my help after this?
No, sir, then we can solve it.
I think this is more than enough hint, right?
So R1 is pi by 2 R into R and
Yes.
R2 is R. Yeah.
Yes. You add them and divide by 4. That is the answer.
Okay.
Now, have you done this question, guys? Any doubt in this?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Right. Anyone having any doubt in this thing, guys? Third question. I don't think so. They will be having doubt in this, and the same concept will apply, right? So I guess 3D
Yes, sir.
symmetric circuits are pretty much clear to everyone. Is this clear? Any doubt in this, guys? Any doubt in that?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Let's do current lecture number 11, right?
Yes, sir.
What were we going to study in this thing? I told you, I think grouping of cells and batteries, right? Grouping of cells. Real cells we're talking. We're not talking about ideal cell and all. We're talking about grouping of cells, series combination and then parallel combination. Okay. So first is series combination. So suppose, guys, I have two different cells. Do you remember open circuit Kirchhoff? Everyone remembers open circuit Kirchhoff, है ना?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
suppose I have two real cells with me. Can you see this is E1 comma R1? E1 comma R1. This is a real cell, and this is one more real cell in series with that cell. So basically, I have connected two real cells. Can you see over here, guys? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So I want to find out what is the equivalent resistance and what is the equivalent EMF. Okay, so basically I want to combine these two cells to give a single cell. Here, can you see this particular thing here? Note, this is basically same polarity. Why am I saying they are in the same polarity? Because the current through both of them will support each other, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you see in what direction is battery E1 trying to release the current? From right to left or left to right?
Right to left.
From right to left. Similarly, E2 is also doing right to left, right?
Yeah.
So here we're deciding polarity by seeing the direction of current. If the batteries are in the same, sending currents in the same direction, hence they will support each other. The same polarity. There will be one case when they will be in the reverse polarity, okay? So what exactly am I doing? First of all, can you see if there is an internal resistance, what can I do always? How do you deal with internal resistance? I can draw this internal resistance in series with the battery, right?
Yes, sir.
Upon, we try to do the same thing from the very beginning itself. Yes or no? Now,
Yes, sir.
see, guys, this particular thing is E1, R1, E2, R2, every one of them is in series.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So basically, if everyone is in series, then I can branch manipulate. I can, change the position of this particular thing. This concept is basically called as branch manipulation. Can you see E2 ko I am writing over here, and then R1, R2 I am writing together. Can I do this?
Yes, sir.
This thing is called as branch manipulation thing. The application of branch manipulation you have already seen in SS method, if you remember. Do you remember SS method?
Yeah.
उसमें already
Yes,
you
sir.
have seen this branch manipulation concept. This is actually the branch manipulation from which that concept has been derived. Okay. Although that might look like a big thing, but that is not. Can you see basically what am I doing? I'm clubbing these two and I'm clubbing these two together. If I club these two together, will I get my equivalent battery? Will I get my E equivalent? and will I be getting my R equivalent? So can you see if there are two different batteries or any batteries which are in series or parallel, I can do this stuff. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So now can you tell me what will be the E equivalent equal to, since they were supporting each other, then it will be E1 plus,
Eat
and what will be the R equivalent over here? R1 plus.
R1 plus R2.
Okay, so same polarity, any doubt?
No,
Is
sir.
there any doubt in similar polarity connected together? अच्छा नोट करके लिख लेना. This type of connection, this type of combination is called as additive combination of it. When they are connected in the same polarity, this type of combination is called as additive combination. Why is it additive combination? Because the current through both of them were in the same direction, so supporting each other. So hence the effects are adding. The additive combination of. Any doubt in this? Is this clear, guys? Once you're done writing, just tell me please. The next kind is basically reverse polarity. Guys, are you done writing? Hello? Guys, are you done writing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's try to do the subtractive combination of cells. A subtractive combination or basically reverse polarity, what do you do? Suppose you have E1 comma R1 and this is E2 comma R2. So can you see two cells in reverse polarity like this? Guys, can you see two cells in reverse polarity? Reverse
Yes,
polarity is basically means what? The current through control. Can you see the current through both of them will be against each other? Where is this E1 trying to send current? E1 is trying to send current
Towards the left.
from right to left, right? Whereas E2 is trying to send from left to right.
Left.
चलेगी किसकी?
right.
Who will rule? Who will rule over this?
Which is big?
Whichever is bigger. So let's say E1, E2 is bigger. Let's say E1 is bigger for simplicity purposes as of now. So E1 is bigger. First of all, what will I do? I'll draw these resistance in series with them. Then can I directly draw this thing, guys? Hello?
Yeah. No.
Guys, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So So can I draw it directly like this? Any doubt in any case?
No, sir.
Plus minus over here, minus plus over here. This is E1, this is E2. Now what will happen? I'll combine both of them. So I'll combine both of them and combine this. So can you see here in this case what is the final answer? What is the final answer? Since E1 was greater than E2, then final E equivalent will have the same direction as
E1.
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 and R equivalent has no direction at all. So I can write here E equivalent in this case will be equal to what? E1 minus E2, and I can write it as mod. Is it fine? Guys, is it fine if
Yes,
I write
sir.
that as mod so that at least it will become a general formula for you? And can you see R1 plus R2 are still added? Yes or no? So what is the note which you'll write
Yes.
when two cells are connected? In such a way that EMFs opposes each other. This is called as subtractive.
Combination.
Guys, you can start with the sheet solving part, है ना? How many of you started solving those sheets yesterday? किसी ने try किया? Someone give it a
Yes.
shot. How many
Yeah.
questions are you able to do?
I did 20 yesterday.
Good. Yes, anyone else? Can you see the sheet is topic wise based? If this is based on this
Yes,
topic,
sir.
this is based on this topic.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I was, initially making these sheets because I didn't get any, what do we call it? Data entry operator. So I have the sheet with me. So I was making them. All these sheets were made by me. So you can, have a little bit of spelling mistakes. I'm not a professional in that. But still, I tried my best to make all the questions. Even the diagrams I did, I used to draw them in Paint and then, upload it, add it in the Word file. So I'm still in the process of making all the other chapters as well. But I made it till current electricity with again. I can give you electrostatics also, but finish current electricity first, then I will give you this. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Chali. So this is your subtractive combination. Remember this, na? Acha, guys, have you noticed this particular thing? If it is, suppose, I have 4 cells. A question, simple question. Suppose I have 4 cells, 4 identical cells, which are connected like this combination. So can 4 identical cells connected as shown? Can you find the E equivalent and R equivalent? Can anyone find E equivalent or R equivalent? All of the cells are having E comma R, E comma R, E comma R, and E comma R. Can you see all of them are in the same polarity, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
4E and 4R.
4E1 and 4R.
4E and 4R, right? Now the question is, if one of the cells polarity is reversed, then find the E equivalent, new E equivalent and new R equivalent.
2E and 4R.
2E and 4R, any one of them can be made opposite, no problem. Minus plus, plus minus, plus minus. So E equivalent will become now 2E, and the resistance will become 4L, right? What did you notice in this thing? What did you notice in this combination? Can you see over here कि even if you reverse one cell's polarity, it took two of them together. So it's like हम तो डूबे हैं सनम, तुमको भी ले डूबेंगे. Are you getting my point? So if you reverse the polarity of this thing, this EMF killed this one's EMF as well. So the overall EMF was only because of these two. Yes or no? Are you getting my point,
Yes,
guys?
sir.
So it's always remember that whenever you reverse the battery, it will be compensated with some of the other EMF which is present in the battery. So generally one question was there, very long ago on this concept. I don't remember the question. Anyways, is this clear, guys? Any doubt in this? I don't think so. Any doubt in this? Huh? I don't think so. Any doubt, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Let's do the next thing, which is called as parallel combination of them. Okay. So now let's do parallel combination of them. Suppose, guys, there are two batteries which are connected in parallel with each other. So can you see E1 R1 and E2 R2 same polarity? Can you see same polarity, guys?
Yes, sir.
But please remember here same polarity will not be seen with the help of current. Same polarity is basically seen with the help of what is this battery trying to do. Can you see the positive terminal of this battery is connected to point A and the positive terminal is connected to point A. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Whereas
sir.
the negative terminal is towards point B and here also the negative terminal is here towards point B. So
B.
please remember in case of parallel combination, we focus not on the current but on whether the batteries support or oppose each other to increase or decrease the potential of the points across which they are in parallel. So basically, please remember this particular thing. You will not be able to see with the help of current or anything. You will be seeing with the help of what? With the help of potential now, because parallel में potential की ज़्यादा चलती है, if you remember, right? So can you see
Yes.
E1 is trying to increase the potential of point A because the positive terminal is connected over here. Similarly, E2 is also having positive terminal towards A. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
this is in same polarity since E1 and E2 are both trying to increase electric potential of point A as their positive terminals are connected to it. Similarly, both are trying to decrease electric potential of point B as a negative terminal connected. So can you see why are they in the same polarity? So this decision is very important. They are in the same. Are they increasing or are they decreasing? Okay. Yes or no, guys? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start with the analysis of what is the E equivalent and R equivalent in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's start.
Yes, sir.
I'll draw this diagram again, but a little bit thoda sa distance. So let's talk about the analysis part, है ना? Mathematical analysis and formulas and all. So I have these two batteries. थोड़ा सा resistance I'm making it a little bit distance apart. This is your point A. This is your point B. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, basically what do I want? I want this to convert into a single battery and a single resistance. Yes or no? Is this what I want?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me this particular thing, guys. First of all, if I have this as a circuit, E1 comma R1, E2 comma R2. Oh sorry, I have R1 and R2 drawn already. R1, E2 comma. I can do it using KVL. I can do it using node. Which do you want me to do?
KVL.
KVL say. Let's start with KVL. Tell me, can you see any loop in the circuit? Can you see any loop which has got formed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is the loop? Can you see this loop? Yes or no? So can I say within this loop there will be certain current which will be flowing?
Yes.
And so let's say within this loop a current flows and that current is I. Yes, can anyone acha, if current is flowing in this direction, that indicates E1 is greater than E2, right? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Because even the direction of net current is in the direction of
Yes,
E1,
sir.
right?
E1's greater.
E1 is greater. So can anyone tell me what is this thing? Can anyone apply KVL in this loop? Yes, guys. Please, by applying KVL apply KVL on this loop.
Minus E2.
Minus E2, okay.
Minus IR2.
Minus IR2.
Minus IR1.
Minus IR1, are you sure?
Yes, sir. It's in the.
Yes, sir.
You're
It's
going
minus
the
Okay.
direction, right?
And
Yeah.
then
plus E1.
Plus IE1.
I even कहाँ से होता है?
E1.
Equals 0. So from here when you solve it, will I be equals to E1 minus E2 upon R1 plus I? Try and solve this equation, whether if this is the I you are getting. Yes or no? Yes or no? Acha, tell me the current was flowing through this only, no? Only this loop inside. Was there any current which is flowing from A to B? Since I'm not connected it across any battery or anything, I'm calculating the EMF, bro. So whenever we calculate EMF, we don't connect it across a 100-volt battery like we did in the case of KVL and all, because we are finding EMF. EMF is always found in open circuit, right? So no current through this. Anyways, can anyone tell me what is the here? If I say if there is no current over here, no current through this AB, then can I say VA minus VB will be equals to E equivalent? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Because we already applied this thing already. If no current flows, then this resistance has no purpose. If this resistance doesn't have any purpose, then what will be the potential difference across point A to? That will be the EMF. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So basically this is what I am doing. So once I'll find out the way and then I apply open circuit Kirchhoff from A to B. Which part do you want me to take? Guys, do you want me to follow the upper part or the lower part? Applying open circuit Kirchhoff.
Anything. Anything is fine.
So we can use open circuit in school also.
Yes, I think so. मतलब you can do it ऐसे, but मत करना मेरे हिसाब से तो. Your teacher might be giving for some other approach, I guess. Acha, is there this? Did you do this derivation in your school? I think so. You might have done this.
No, sir.
Yes,
We did, yeah, like we didn't convert it into different circuits, and we directly
Yeah,
took like the equations and then solved.
Which equations are you talking about?
I1,
Yeah, the
I2.
total EMF equals to capital V plus small v, that thing.
This thing. You just directly wrote the formula, no derivation or nothing.
No, like with those, we did the derivation.
With the help of this thing, you did the derivation. No? Acha, do one thing, guys. You can use open circuit Kirchhoff's equation, but don't use the name. I think your teacher might also have written the same thing, VA, then minus E1 plus
Yeah.
IR1.
So she explained it like if you start at VA and if you go along the circuit, then as you get more components, you'll subtract it, and then you'll get a certain voltage at the end as a resultant of all those components. And like she
So
explained it
she
something
used
like
basically nodal type of thing. No? She started with
that.
potential.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do that as well. ना जो भी तुमको स्कूल मैडम में करवा रही है स्कूल मैडम के हिसाब से करना चाहिए, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. So guys, can you do this now? VA minus VB. VB equals to E minus IR1. Yes, E1, sorry. So E1 minus I is basically E1 minus E2 upon R1 plus R2 into R1. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So will this be equals to E1 into R1 plus R2 minus E1 minus E2 into R1? Yes or no? Divided by R1 plus R2. Can you say this will be E1 R1, E1 R2 minus E1 R1 plus E2 R2, E2 R1? Yes or no? So can you see one of the things, this E1 R1 and E1 R1 will get cancelled out with each other. So what will be the only thing which will remain? E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2. Will this be your VA minus VB? And I told this particular thing, this VA minus VB will be basically your E equivalent. Yes or no? So from here, E equivalent is equals to E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2. This is one formula. The second one is that. And how do you get that? Is basically divide the whole thing by, I'll do it over here. E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 R2 upon R1 R2 R1 upon R1 R1 R2. Can I do this? Guys, can I do this? Divide the numerator as well as the denominator with R1 and R2 and separating the terms. Can I do this?
Yeah.
So can you see R2 R2 R1 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 R2 R2 gets cancelled, and ultimately you get what is the final answer? E1 R1 E2 R2 1 by R2 plus 1 by R1. So I can write the final answer as E1 R1 plus E2 R2 divided by 1 by R1. This is also your E equivalent. If you cannot use this method in your school, then we'll do the other one as well. First, write down this thing. Till where have you copied it down, guys? Did you copy it till here? Everyone copied it till here?
Yeah, till the I formula.
So apply open circuit Kirchhoff.
Till the-
We'll use nodal now after this. Guys, are you done? This much part?
Answer.
Other method is using nodal. I don't know which method did your teacher use. I don't know. So as whether he was telling ki, she started with 1 point and then she started decreasing the potential and all, right? So let's start with that. It's basically nodal only what we are talking about. This is R1. This is R2. So let's start with this particular point. Let's say this is 0. If this is 0, then if I say this is now let's start not with here. Let's start with over here. Let's say this is x. Can I say this is x? Hello? Guys? Can I say this is x?
Yes, sir.
So if I say this is x, I'll just draw the potential x with a distance. Yes. If I say this is x, then can anyone tell me what is the potential of these 2 points? Will this be equals to x minus e1 and will this be equals to x minus e2? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
Because
Do you remember the same reason why we write 100 and 0? If this potential of this point is x minus e1, then you will increase e1, then it will become x, right?
yeah.
And let's say this is your 0. So can you see x? What is the potential difference between A and B? What is the potential difference between A and B?
X.
X.
VA will be basically x minus 0. So VA minus VB was, I told you that this will be equals to your E equivalent. So ultimately, if you find out the value of x, that will give you the value of the E equivalent, right?
Yeah.
So basically, we are doing that only. Did your teacher do the same thing? Whether he?
Yes.
है ना? So yeah, she used nodal.
Nodal ही हो गया. हाँ.
Yes, she used nodal without telling you that it's nodal. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
So this is R equivalent. Achha, first of all, can anyone tell me what is R equivalent will be? R1 and R2 are in parallel, right? We didn't discuss this particular thing here also. R1 and R2 are in parallel, so R equivalent will be equals to R1 R2 upon R
R1 plus R2.
Parallel, sir.
Can you see in here R1 and R2 are in parallel? Forget the battery. R1 and R2 are in parallel, no?
Yeah. Not parallel.
So R equivalent is basically that only. So anyways, so can I apply KCL equation at any one particular? Can I do total outgoing current at any point 0? Can I do total outgoing current at here 0 or here 0, whatever? Total outgoing current at which point do you want me to do? Shall I do it at x? Guys, shall I do it at x? This point? Total outgoing current.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
So if this point is x, this point is x, है ना? No current was flowing here. So current will be flowing from here and current will be flowing from here. Or in spite at this, I'll do this. 0 minus. Yes? Let's do it over here, guys. Because there is a resistor over here, so it will be easy for you to decide. Also this and this will be 1. So total outgoing current at 0. So let's see 0 minus x minus 1 upon r plus 0 minus x minus e2 upon r2 is equal to 0. Yes or no? Can you see 0 minus x minus e1, 0 minus x minus e2 divided by r1 r2? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So basically from this equation, if I solve, so I'll get what will I get? I'll get E1 minus x by R1 plus E2 minus x by R2 equals to 0. And when you solve this, you'll get x as again E1 R2 minus E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2, which is nothing but your E equivalent. And final answer जो हो जाएगा कितना हो जाएगा E1 by R1. So please remember this name. है ना, ये बहुत ही स्टैंडर्ड फॉर्मूला है. So this is, I think, what your teacher might have used. I don't know.
Yeah.
So our teacher used current.
So I gave इसलिए मैंने I gave both, no, so that at least you will be able to identify whatever method your teacher might have discussed in the class. Just follow one, है ना, it's not necessary. And for us, even derivation is not important. For school point of view, the derivation is important. Okay. So can anyone tell me what if this formula would have been generalized for n different cells in parallel? For n different cells in parallel in same polarity, then E equivalent will be equals to E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 plus E3 by R3 divided by 1 by R1 plus. Please remember 1 by R1, 1 by R2 are what? That is 1 by R equivalent, right?
Yeah.
So this is your E equivalent. For n identical cells. Yes, guys, can anyone tell me if all the cells are identical but in the same polarity? So can you see E by R, E by R, E by R, E by R? How many times?
N into E by R.
This will become N into E by R divided by, this will be,
N by.
so can you see over here? If all of them are equal, then E equivalent will be E, and R equivalent will be equal to. Clear?
Yeah.
So this is your grouping of them. Anyway, done noting. Acha, what will be the same condition in the case of series combination? If there are n identical cells, then for n identical cells it will be, guys, series one is easy, that's why I didn't write the general formula. If series n identical cells,
N into E.
so E1 plus E2 plus E2 plus till En, R1 plus R2 till Rn,
Rn.
n times of E and n times of R. है ना? I didn't write it. Chalo, let's start with the question, or let's discuss one more concept of battery grid, then we'll do some questions based on this. And after battery grid, we'll start with some more. This is not necessary. We'll do some questions. After that, we'll just do some questions, okay? Then I'll teach you Thevenin when I'll teach you RC circuits. Chalo, reading battery grid. So battery grid की बात जब करते हैं, what exactly is the battery grid? Yes, you know, anyone? What is the battery grid? Obviously, let's say, suppose. Um, yes, guys, can you see a grid of batteries across point
Yes, sir.
A and B? Here you have, let's say, 1, 2, dot, m rows of 1, 2, dot, n identical cells of EMF E and internal resistance R in series. M rows M parallel rows of n identical cells of EMF E and internal resistance R in series. Can you see, guys? E R E R E R. Can you see? There are n identical cells in each row. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And there are m rows. Number of rows is m. Can you see over here 1, 2, 3 till m? Here number of cells is identical cells in one row, where m is the number of rows in parallel. Is this clear, guys? Can you understand this particular thing? Any doubt? This thing is basically called as a battery grid. This thing is called as a battery grid. How do you deal with a battery grid? What is the total EMF in one branch?
E and E.
Total EMF in one row. Will it be equals to n times of R and n times of E?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? If you just take any one branch, can you see n different cells in series? So n times of E and n times of capital R? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And R equivalent to n times of small r. So now m such rows in parallel. So can you say this particular thing? Will it be something like this? N, N, N. Will it be like this? Yes or no? How many rows? 1, 2, and will it be like this?
Yes, sir.
So they are in parallel, so E equivalent for the whole circuit. So for the whole circuit, if I am applying the same rule, can you apply this concept for n identical sense in parallel in same polarity? Can you see E equivalent is basically equal to the EMF of each cell, right? Here, so in this case, what is the EMF of one cell?
And
So
E.
basically, the final equivalent resistance, equivalent EMF of all the things will be any, whereas the final R equivalent is equals to N R upon. This is how you solve a battery grid. Khatam. That's it.
Mm.
Okay. So let's
Yes,
do
sir.
a problem. Acha, what will happen in reverse polarity, guys? You know how to deal with reverse polarity, right? Guys, do you know how will you deal with reverse polarity? I'll give you one question based on reverse polarity, so at least you get an idea how to deal with it. Let's say this is 5 volt, this is 3 ohm. And this is 10 volt. Yes. Can you tell me what is the current flowing through? Can you tell me what is the current flowing through 10 volt battery? But please remember, you don't need to apply Kirchhoff here. Initially, when I gave you this type of question, did you use Kirchhoff to solve it? Initially, guys. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
Yes, sir.
initially, when we did this type of question, did you apply Kirchhoff directly?
No.
Yes, we did. We did apply Kirchhoff directly over this question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh? So now, see, one concept has evolved.
So 1 minute.
Ah.
4 ohm and 3 ohm are the internal resistance of 5 and 2 volt, right?
Yes, but it's not necessary. I'll give you like that. So can you see? You can treat this 5 volt is in series with 3 ohm, no? So you can treat it as
Yes,
internal
sir.
resistance. No problem.
No, like for 10 volt, is it there or
No. For 10
okay?
volt, nothing. For 10 volt, nothing. But can you see over here? I
Okay,
can
sir.
redraw this circuit as. Can you see on branch manipulation? A, B. Yeah, cross में I'll give you this 10 volt battery. Yes, no? Can you see over here? This A and B, there is one battery, one resistance. With A being connected to the positive terminal of 5 volt. So can you see over here? 5 volt, 3 volt. What about this? Can you see this 2 volt battery? A is connected to the 2 volt battery, right? I can branch manipulate. I can write 2 volt over here, 4 ohm over here. Yes or no? So I can write this as 2 volt
Oh.
and 4 ohm. So can you see this circuit can become like that as well? So now what is the E equivalent of this thing? E equivalent, can you see both of them are supporting each other? So this will be equals to 5 upon 3 plus 2 upon, what was it? 4.
4.
So 2 upon 4 divided by 1 by 3 plus 1 by. Can you solve it for me, please? And what will be the R equivalent? You will solve this. 3 into 4 upon 4 divided by 7. Right? So this will be 5. The E equivalent will be 12 upon 3 4 है ना? So 20 plus 4 3 6 and नीचे रहेगा 7 by 12. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So 12 से 12 will get cancelled out. This will be 26 upon 7 volt. Yes. Whereas R equivalent will be 12 upon 7, right? Yes or no,
Yeah.
guys? 12 upon 7 ohm is the R equivalent. 26 upon 7 is basically the E equivalent. Now what to do? Basically, you will remove this whole thing and you will connect it what? 20 by 26 by 7 volt. And what is the resistance?
7 by 12.
12 by 7.
Yeah, 12 by 7.
So 12 by 7 ohm across this 10 volts battery. Can anyone find the current now? Can you see this battery and this battery are in opposite direction? This battery is trying to send current clockwise, whereas this battery is trying to send the current anti-clockwise. Which किसकी चलेगी?
Mm.
किसकी चलेगी? Which is bigger, right? The current to
Yeah,
10
10.
volt battery will be 10 minus 26 by 7 divided by 12 by 7, and that is your final
Mm.
answer is ampere in terms of ampere, है ना? So I think you can do it. I don't. 70 minus 26 is 48, right? Guys,
44.
44, right?
Yeah.
44. So this will be 44 by 7 by 12 by 7. Cut. 22, 6.
So why did we do the 10
Huh?
minus 26 by 7?
Huh? Because
Why do we
10,
like
10 volt is trying to send current like this. Yes or no?
okay.
Whereas this is trying to send current like this. Can you see in the opposite direction? Their polarities are in the opposite direction. They are in series connection, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's why minus.
Okay.
Or if you still have a problem, you can use Kirchhoff to find out the current. No problem. If your Kirchhoff is strong, KVL is strong, use KVL. I don't know. But please remember, I refrain from using KVL. Personal experience, because lots of equation and I'm very bad at solving equations. I take time. That's why I don't like taking time. I like things being quick. Fatapat, answer aana chahiye. Anyways, is this clear, guys? Shall I give you one more question like this? Ajay, shall I give you one on reverse polarity for you to understand on your own?
Yes, sir.
And I'll give you normal, simple looking question. So suppose I have okay, no problem. I have let's say this is 5 and this is 2, and let's say this is 4 and this is 1. Okay, can you see them? They are in the reverse polarity, right? This is point AB, this is 1 ohm, this is 2 ohm, this is 3 ohm. The calculation may go very bad, but I don't care, because concept should be important over here, not the this thing. So This is 5 volt plus minus over here. This is 4 volt plus minus over here. And the question is find the magnitude and direction of current through 3 ohm resistance. So basically you need to find the direction as well. Direction you will tell either in terms of from A to B or B to A. है ना? And the magnitude you will tell in terms of, okay. चलो शुरू हो जाओ. Tell me. Try to do it on your own first. I'm giving you 2 minutes to solve this question, and I'll be just joining in 2 minutes as well. So enough. Try to find out.
Then opposite polarity, then that means the whatever formula we use for same polarity, then we should subtract, right?
Yes, but which will you subtract? You will subtract the 5 volt or 4 volt. That's you need to decide, and you will learn something new from this. So first attempt this question. I'm giving you time to attempt this question. Right? On your own, try to attempt every possibility which you can. है ना? मतलब which you think is correct, and then I'll ask questions after that. Just give me 5 minutes. I have to
Okay.
come from 2 minutes. Yes, guys. Anyone thought you what will be the direction of current? You know, there is a trick to find out the direct
So
direction
B
of
to A.
from B to A. Let me check. Wrong.
So I got it from A to B.
A to B is correct.
Yeah,
Why? Why?
A to B.
Why?
So what is the final?
So when you do even by E by R of like the two things, the second one is
Exactly.
greater.
That is the trick. That is the trick. You have to, in this case, when it is in parallel, you don't see E only. You have to see the term E by R. Can you see over here? Where is it? Where is the formula? Okay. Where is it? So can you see here E by E1 by R1, E2 by R2. So you don't see only E1 this time. You see E by R. Okay. So whichever E by R is greater, that is why. So that is why, see how cleverly I framed the question. 5 by 2 is 2.5 and 4 by 1 is 4. Are you getting my point, guys? So even if it looks like if 5 volt is sending the more current, no, 5 volt is not able to send more current because of this 2 ohm resistance. 4 volt is sending. So when you'll do E equivalent, you'll write 4 by 1 minus 5 by 2 divided by 1 by 2 plus 1 by 1. So this will be equals to 4 minus 5 by 2 will be 8 minus 5 by 2 will be 3 by 2, right? Yes or no, guys? And here also it will be 3 by 2. So can you say cut, 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 cut? So what is the E equivalent? E equivalent is 1 volt. And what is the R equivalent?
2 by 3.
Wrong. 2 by 3 answer. Please remember this is 1 by R equivalent. Okay. If anyone wants, in this formula to be written, so this will be E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 divided by 1 by R equivalent. Is this clear?
Yes,
Please
sir.
see this thing very carefully. So R equivalent is 2 by 3. Now, what will the circuit become? The circuit will become like, can you see in the direction of 4? We'll just draw this 1 volt battery. And what is the equivalent resistance? 2 by 3. And what is the 3 ohm? Can you see the whole circuit becomes like this? The whole circuit becomes like this. Now, what is the net resistance? 3 ohm, 2 by 3 in parallel or in series. So it will be 3 plus 2 by 3 is how much? 8 by 3, I guess. 9. 11 by 3. Right?
Yeah, 11 by 3.
So
Yes,
11 by 3 ohm. And then this 1 volt will send the current through here. So can you see the direction of current is from A to B? Where what is the current? Current will be equals to 1 upon 11 by 3. 3 by 11. And that is the answer to the question. Is this clear? How many of you got
Yes.
this answer?
So I used Kirchhoff,
You no problem. Even if
but
you
I got the same answer A to B.
I told you no matter what you use, the answer will be same. Even if you use noodle, KVL, symmetry, it doesn't matter. ये सब tools है. We all have these tools to solve any problem. Whatever you feel comfortable with, go ahead with that. ठीक है? Answer आ जाना चाहिए. That's the main problem. That's the main ultimate goal. So is this clear? I guess.
So is current 0.2.
0.2 मतलब 3 by 11. I don't know what is 3 by 11. 3 by 11 is 1 by 11 is 0.09. 0.09 into 3 is 0.027. So approximately 0.28 amperes. That should be the current. Okay.
Okay, sir.
0.28 approx. Current should be 0.28 amperes. So anyways, so these are your questions which are based on grouping of cells and all. You'll find these type of questions very frequently. अच्छा, एक question में दे रहा हूँ but capacitor में है ना? I want you to solve this. I told you ना कि it's not necessary कि capacitance is over, so we'll not discuss capacitance. We'll take capacitance question wherever capacitance comes. So suppose I have a battery, and in spite of having a resistance, I am having this is an ideal battery. Okay. Hello guys.
Yes, sir.
This is an ideal battery. Can you see same polarity? Okay. This is your E1, this is your C1, this is your E2, this is your C2. Can anyone tell me what is the net potential difference and C equivalent and E equivalent across? Find C equivalent and E equivalent across A and B. Obviously, C equivalent will be equals to what? C1, C2 are in parallel, right?
Yes, sir.
So what will be value of C equivalent?
C1 plus C2.
Very good. What about E equivalent? That is a little bit trickier. How will you do it? So for E equivalent, what will you do? You will either apply Kirchhoff or either apply nodal. It's up to you. So let's apply nodal. Easily हो जाएगा, जल्दी होता है. So let's say this is x, this is 0. This point will be x minus E1 and this point will be x minus E2. Yes or no, guys? Is this the same thing as the, over here? Now, can anyone tell me what is the total outgoing charge? Total outgoing. See, I told you, whenever it's a capacitor involved, you see it with the help of charge. Whenever it's a resistance involved, you see with the help of current. You have to remember, guys. ये सब मैंने पहले ही बता दिया आपको, है ना?
Yes, sir.
Whenever it's pure capacitive, use charge. Whenever it's pure resistive, use current.
Current.
And see, that is what makes RC circuit special, because RC circuit has resistor as well as current, so you need to think of charge as well as current. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So at 0 equals to 0. So let's apply. What is charge? Charge is basically equals to C multiplied by V. If you remember, don't make the equations in hurry. 0 minus x minus E1 multiplied by C1. Yes or no? Plus C2 multiplied by 0 minus x minus equals to 0. When you'll solve this, you'll get x is equals to C1 E1 plus C2 E2 upon C1 plus. So basically, this will be your E equivalent. Any doubt in this, guys? Any doubt in this thing?
Sir, could you explain from total outgoing charge?
Total outgoing charge, sure. So can you see 0 minus x minus E1 will be the potential difference across C1, right?
Yes, sir.
So can you see potential difference multiplied by the capacitance is basically the charge? Can you see potential difference multiplied by the capacitance is basically the total outgoing charge? Similarly,
Yes.
0 minus x minus C2 is basically the potential difference across C2 multiplied by C2 will give you the charge. Can you see?
Okay.
In case of resistance, we divide by resistance, but in case of capacitance, we are multiplied by capacitance, right?
Okay, sir.
So when you solve this, you get this. So this is your E equivalent. So I am done with grouping of cells in series and parallel, and I am done with battery grid as well. We've done some questions as well. Next class we'll start with the thermal effects of electric current. We'll start with the power phenomena. We need to study something called as maximum power transfer theorem as well. Okay. So next class I'll be starting with thermal. Okay. So what else is left in current electricity is thermal effects. Thermal effects will deal with heat, power, etc., etc. So it's not necessary कि sir all the circuit analysis we studied they will be not be of any use. Based on that as well, we will use this thermal effects. After this, we'll have electrical instruments, and once electrical instruments is done, then we'll be using the last one is basically RC. That's this is the portion which is left in current electricity. I told current electricity is also big, but it's not compared to electrostatics. It's very small. Electrostatics generally take a huge time. Once I'm done with current electricity, then the other chapters are very small. Magnetism is small as compared to this. If your current electricity concepts are clear, then please remember your electromagnetic induction chapter. This chapter will become very easy. If current electricity is clear, then only this will become easy. Otherwise, this is a nightmare for 12th grade. What is the nightmare for 11th grade? Anyone remember?
Rotational.
And So basically these are your nightmares for 11th grade. 12th grade mein this is the nightmare, and one more chapter is there. It is called as modern. The whole unit. Modern physics इतनी आसानी से समझ में नहीं आता है. But if you know current electricity, this chapter can be dealt very easy. Okay? Is this clear, guys?
Okay, sir.
Chalo.
Yes.
So basically, by the month end, I'll be done with current electricity, and I'll start with magnetic effect of electric current. है ना? My MEC will start. Bayes, Severson, everything. Right? Which chapter is going on currently in school? Hello?
Current electricity.
School में भी current electricity is happening. What about you, Vedai and Mridul? What about you?
So the 6th chapter is finished for us.
Yeah.
Which is the 6th chapter? Name बताएगा. Magnetism and matter.
No, that's done.
So 6th chapter is alternating current.
No. Before that, I think. Induction only, I think.
wala.
Induction also. So the electromagnetic induction is done for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's done.
चलो ठीक है, no problem. Don't worry.
So
school
can you
वाले-
explain
can you-
the last one using Kirchhoff?
Can you explain the last one using Kirchhoff? हाँ कर सकते हैं, but अभी करूँ क्या?
Can you do it, please?
Do one thing. Let's flow a charge Q through the circuit. If you
Okay.
flow a charge Q through the circuit, then what will happen? Apply the same thing, Kirchhoff. Can you start from one point? E1, यहाँ से start करते हैं, okay? So minus
Okay.
E2 minus Q into C2 minus Q into C2. Why? Because this is plus charge, right? If the charge is flowing like this, then this will be positively charged. Yes or no?
I didn't get it.
First of all, you need to flow the charge, or it's not necessary charge. Then first tell me this particular thing. If you are assuming the whole thing having a potential over, if you're not able to flow charge, no problem. Since they are in parallel over here with this battery, plus minus. You see E1 and E2. Tell me, if you are assuming X to be greater than 0, if you are assuming X to be greater than 0, then this plate should be positively charged, and this plate should be negatively charged, this plate should be positively charged, and this plate should be negatively charged. Okay? Let's say the charge on this plus Q and its plus Q is also same. Why I am saying same? Because
Same current is flowing.
because same charge is flowing through this thing. है ना? But can you see
Okay.
over here, I have made this as plus Q and this is minus Q.
Hmm.
So now what to do after this? I think so. Let me check. I'm not sure about if I am flowing the current charge through this. Then this should be.
I was
positive as well.
thinking that it should be opposite, right?
Yeah, this should be opposite. Let's check. No problem. So if I have, let's make it plus Q minus Q. Then we'll see what is the result final result. So this will be equals to minus adding coming from the positive, right? We are entering from the positive terminal, right?
Yeah.
So minus Q into C2. Then again, if we suppose this is positive, then we are entering from the positive terminal. If we are entering from the positive terminal, this will become minus of QC2 and then plus C is equals to 0. From here, Q will be equals to E1 minus E2 upon C1 plus C2. Yes, you will have to assume this as positive and this is negative. Okay?
Okay.
And then after this, what the charge you found out, after this finding out the charge, then what you need to apply open circuit Kirchhoff, right? And let's say this is A, this is B. So VA minus E1, VA minus E1, and then you are entering from the negative charge. So plus Q into C1 should be equal to, should be equal to VA minus E2 is basically your equivalent should be equal to E1 minus then you put Q over here. I think we'll get the same answer.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
चलो ठीक है guys, we'll see you again in the next class.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much guys. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.